Everyone, this is Peter Mamarella here with Millie's Flying Fish Thingo Part 3. So today we're going to be doing an IMU function test. We've got our MPU 6050 on top of our fish here, and that is sending our raw acceleration and angular velocity data straight to our serial plotter. During this test, I'm basically just going to accelerate the fish in the X, Y, and Z directions and make sure that we're seeing the corresponding data coming through. I'm also going to be rotating the fish about the X, Y, and Z axes, and again, just checking that we have that corresponding data coming through. What I have done is I've printed two values to the serial plotter. These are just boundary values. And so you can see here I've got 30,000 and negative 30,000. And the reason I've done this is the serial plotter just likes to auto zoom on data coming into it. And so it's a bit hard to really see what's going on. So I've just printed these two values just as boundaries. So I'm going to go ahead and translate the IMU. In several directions. You can see on top of the MPU 6050 that the X direction is that way, the Y direction is that way, and Z is up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Firstly, the X direction. Okay, so I'm just going to turn on our first data point here, which is acceleration in the X direction. So fish is not moving, and you can see we've got a value which is pretty close to 0. And now I'm just going to translate the fish back and forward in that X direction, and we'll see what we get. So I'm really kind of moving that fish, and we're kind of getting what we would expect. Bit of an up and down as we're accelerating and deaccelerating. Okay, next up, I'm going to turn off X, and I'm going to put on acceleration in the Y direction, looking at a figure there pretty close to 0. Again, I'm going to translate in that Y back and forward. You can see, so we're kind of getting some nice data coming in there, raw data. Okay, next is translation, acceleration in the Z direction. So you can see here, we're not reading 0, we're actually reading around 15,000, and that is basically gravity, 9.81 meters per second. Now I'll translate up and down. So yeah, we're getting that data coming in, which is nice. Next up is angular velocity. So we're going to rotate around the X direction. Again, we're sitting at 0. Now I'll rotate around the X-axis, so you can see there we're getting some nice data coming in. Turn on about the Y-axis. So we're basically 0, and now I'm going to rotate. Yeah, you can see data's coming in. And lastly, rotating about that Z-axis. We're just going to spin our fish. And so yeah, that concludes our test. The IMU seems to be getting all the data correctly, so I'm happy with that. Next up, I will be calibrating these raw figures into acceleration and angular velocity. Thank you.